Hey folks, it's Harry, and we were doing some vlog humbug stuff yesterday with my friend Momo Keen, and it reminded me that I wanted to do Vlogmas, and so I'm just going to do a real quick vlog about doing my laundry, because why not? And here it is Monday morning. I think it's December 5th. And it's 6:30 in the morning. It's currently 28 degrees out, and I'm waiting for the car to heat up. So right now in my world, things are a little bit topsy-turvy. Our car is going on a week plus at the garage, and so I'm borrowing my parents' car, and I'm really missing our vehicle. It's been awesome of them to let us borrow this for this long, but my goodness, I feel bad, which I shouldn't, but I do, and I really want our car back and running. I want to at least know what's wrong with it. The mechanic's having issues actually diagnosing what's wrong. So as I wait for the car to heat up so I can go do the laundry, I want to talk about some of my role-playing sessions this weekend that I had this past weekend. So we did Deathbringer on Saturday, which was an amazing time. We had a ton of fun. Saz was literally on the floor crying, laughing because of the joking that was going around at the table. I had handed out as part of a treasure a chainmail bikini, and then jokes started flying about that, and you know, we had a great time. The actual gameplay itself was a ton of fun. They had a riddle upon entering the dungeon. They had a really neat, in my estimation, trap that they thought their way around. And overall, the players are getting used to using their noggin to get through any of the problems that they have in the game, instead of trying to just bowl through them or rely solely on, I have this stat on my sheet that lets me do this, so it's done. So, you know, that was a plus. We had a great time with that. Both Saz and I were running a little bit late, and so we had a late start. I honestly forgot the time slot I had put it in, and we had to do groceries and some other errands because we're in the middle of the holiday season, so you know, something's gonna slip somewhere, and that ended up slipping, and I felt bad about that. And then on Sunday, yesterday, we had the Ruins of Aslant, which is one of my Pathfinder games, and honestly, I did not have as much fun with that as I was hoping I would. We had a couple of issues that were going on that needed resolving, and happily everything got resolved, and that was good. But it overall, the session was okay. They're getting deeper and closer to the boss of the dungeon that they're in, and it was really it's been a lot of fighting for a while, and as I said in one of the chats, there's been a lot of roll ROLL playing and not a lot of roll ROLE playing. And the thing is, after having played Deathbringer the night before and then popping into this and spending an hour and a half plus fighting a group of monsters, it wasn't as much fun. I mean, the players still said that they enjoyed themselves for the most part, but it's an online game, and we've been having some issues, or at least I've been having some issues, and Saz has been having some issues of just feeling it, you know? So yesterday, right near the beginning of the session, I was trying to expedite things because we were running a little late at the start, I was like 5 minutes late getting online, and then I wanted to just kind of get the adventure underway and get moving on it. So they had come up to a door. They were talking about checking the door for traps. Sez's character was like, I'm going to check the door for traps. Checks the door for traps. And so I go through, it's not trapped and da-da-da. So one of the other players had asked a question, which I missed because I'm listening to Saz. So she's live next to me versus, just one moment, I have to put my arm down on the other side. There we go. Yeah, so Saz, who was sitting physically right next to me, and the other person that was online was asking a question, and I missed the question. And so what happened was, I'm trying to talk through what's going on with Saz, and this other player whose question I missed, two other players are trying to answer their question. So I have three people talking at the same time while I'm trying to talk, while Saz is trying to say something in character about what's going on. And she was getting talked over. We were trying to talk over. There's like all this stuff going on. And eventually I was just like, okay, well, what's going on? And I stopped everything to just be like, okay, what's happening? And they, everything kind of got explained and talked through everything and all that. And it was okay, but with the long and short of it was, it felt really awkward and off, and it wasn't a great start to the session. And I know that Saz has been having issues with that game in particular, and so it's like, when Saz is not happy playing a game that I'm running, being that she is my significant other, I'm not happy. I can't be happy unless she's at least a little bit content. And she was not having it yesterday, and which made it less enjoyable. Anyway, so the car is all nice and toasted up. You can see that the back window's finally clear. I'll come back and we'll do a little bit maybe at the laundromat, and we'll go from there. All right, there it is, the laundromat. It's a little laundromat that actually opens itself on a timer, and I'm here probably about an hour, maybe a little less, since it's been open. Actually, I'm here a half an hour or so since it's been open. So here I am at the actual laundromat, and there's one other person here. It's early in the morning. I like the quiet of the laundromat when no one's around. I'm not a big fan of having strangers come to me and have conversations and things like that. And so I really like the solitary nature of doing the laundry alone at like 7 in the morning, or that's what, 6:48 right now. So with all the laundry in and spinning around, I have some time to read some comics. So I'm gonna read Scary Christmas, Volume 2, Number 1, and then I'm also probably gonna read Miracle Man. And that's the rest of my new books. I have a couple of older Marvel Comics Presents that my brother-in-law gave me that I'll probably read as well. And usually there's two different things I'll do when I'm doing the laundry. One is read comics. Two is I'll play a little board game. I'll usually play a solo game because I've been doing the laundry on my own now for a little bit. And so I would usually play a solo game like Pandemic Hot Zone, North America or Europe. And but today I decided I was going to do comics because I'm almost done my comic reading for the month, and for last month I should say. And I just got the notification that DCBS has shipped my newest books, so I'll have a haul video coming soon for that. This is laundry. It's not the most interesting thing, but it's the thing that happens. Laundry happens regardless of anything else that's going on in your life. At least that's if there's at least some sort of normalcy. Like laundry always needs to get done. You can be in the most dire of situations in the outside world, but still laundry goes on. Last night I was talking with Saz and I was saying, it just all feels so Sisyphean. There's never an end to laundry, there's never an end to dishes. However, if there were an end to laundry, if there was an end to dishes, that would likely mean that I'm not alive anymore. It's like, you think about it, it's the daily maintenance, I almost said, the daily maintenance of your life, to make sure that you aren't walking around with filthy clothes, and make sure that you're eating off of clean plates and things like that. So it's really a form of self-care. We always think of self-care as being this, doing things for myself thing, but laundry and dishes and cooking and things like that, they are all expressions of how we care for ourselves. And it's easy to see it as a task, and it's a task that never ends. But honestly, it's something that's bettering your life. And if you can recontextualize how you think about it, and instead of thinking about it as a chore, instead thinking about it as caring for yourself and caring for your family, it takes on a different dimension if you can just take that time. So, this morning when I got up, I took a look at the laundry bags and I thought, I have to go do the laundry. It's a thing I must do. And the thing is, I didn't need to do it. I could have chosen not to do it and live with the repercussions, which is having either filthy clothes or having to do it another day. And maybe tomorrow would be even colder. Maybe tomorrow would be even more dismal. Maybe tomorrow will be better. I don't know. So it would be something that it would be a choice I'd have to live with. And so I decided against it because tomorrow, I decided against not doing it tomorrow, I should say, because tomorrow is St. Nicholas Day. Tonight is Krampusnacht, and Saz and I both celebrate St. Nicholas Day as a little Christmas that we can have just the two of us. And I usually get pretty silly with Krampus and everything, and just long and short, we're gonna have a nice morning tomorrow is the plan. I'm making gingerbread snacking cake today, which I might actually do some video for, which would probably be more interesting than this. But anyways, I'm gonna just go ahead and start reading my comic and wait the 20 to 23 minutes for my laundry to stop spinning around in the washing machine, and I can start spinning it around in the drying machine. Okay? We'll be back. Here watching the laundry spin, it reminds me of the fact that we only have so much time in overall. You know, like we spend hours and minutes of the day doing all sorts of things, and sometimes we just forget to stop and look and appreciate. So one of the things that's at the laundromat is the vending machine. I don't do any of this stuff anymore. Like, I don't eat any of these things or drink any of those things aside from water, and honestly I'm not going to get water from the vending machine when I'm only here for about an hour. But one of the neat things is that the vending machine actually takes credit cards and stuff. The washing machines and the vending machines here actually all contain credit cards and not just coins, which reminded me of when I was in college a few years back now, a few decades back now. I remember walking into one of the spaces where there's a vending machine and being amazed that it had a slot for a credit card. And I was going to get like a thing of Doritos and maybe a soda or whatever. And so I checked to see the price of stuff, blah, 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 and then I put my credit card in the slot, and then it didn't come back out. I went to the person that was nearby that was an employee of the school, and I was like, hey, yeah, you know, I went to the vending machine, ate my credit card, and they're like, what? And I said, yeah, I put credit card in machine did not give card back. And they explained that it was for your dining card if you were a student that had the meal plan. So my credit card was stuck in the machine. The person and I struggled to eventually get it out. They came with like a metal shiv to put into the machine so that we could wedge the card out. And it was really embarrassing because here I am, this is like in a fancy college, you know, not just the community college, but a real college. My first or second day there, and I was like, oh man, here I am, you know, learning big stuff and doing like college-y things, and I stuck my credit card in the vending machine, and I can't get it out. But there's about 20 minutes left to laundry, so I should have time to do a little bit of reading. But I will say Miracle Man Silver Age #1 was pretty good. So young Miracle Man is finally awoken from a slumber, and they're getting into like some of his backstory and things like that. And they have a few snippets with the Miracle Kids. So I'm very intrigued where it's all going to go, because a lot of it hinges on identity and understanding your own identity through your history and that sort of thing. So I think it'll be interesting as the series evolves, and the young Miracle Man, Dickie Dauntless, starts to come to terms with his reality of being a clone and not being the person that his memories tell him he was. And it actually really puts together a good sort of concept that we are often just a product of our memories. So Sadhguru talks about
I am not my body. I am not even my mind. And that the mind itself is a physical thing just as much as the body is. And that the true self is something that's beyond either. And I feel like this touches on that, where, you know, we have these concepts of who we are and what we do and what's right and what's wrong and blah, blah, blah. But all of that's predicated on our minds, our actual thinking, and our memories and our understanding. And I don't know, it's an interesting thought pattern that's emerging, I suppose. It's thinking to myself how, because I think I am a certain way, I am a certain way, and if I think that I am another way, I can become another way. In life, I've gone through a lot of changes over time. Over the last couple of years, I've done a lot to get control of my health and well-being, and it's changed who I am. I went from being like 259 and having all of my various numbers that are predictors of good health in a terrible place. And now I'm about 140 and everything's pretty much where it belongs. I'm not going to say that I'm 100% healthy, because I do have an issue that I'm going to a hematologist for, because I have a low blood cell count, low white blood cells, and my red blood cells are even low as well, so more to come on that. Anyways, but I'm going to let you go before more people show up and wonder why I'm talking about something.
So, laundry is done, the sun is actually up, and it's time to head home. I'm gonna just let the car warm up a little bit once again. It's now 8:22 in the morning, 36 degrees, so it's chilly, and I'm gonna head home, drop off the laundry. I'm going to do a yin yoga to kind of stretch and prepare for my week. We'll be making gingerbread snacking cake later, which I might actually do a video for. I think that could be fun. And then afterwards, I'll do some meditation. I'll put away my laundry, I'll eat lunch, and then pretty soon it'll be time to get ready for work. Go to work, go through my day, hit the hay, and then we'll start all over again. So, you know, once again, tonight is Krampusnacht. Unfortunately, I don't have any fun Krampus things to do. I was just thinking maybe I should do a video of one of my Krampus stories. That could be fun, right? So maybe we'll do that tonight too, and we'll see what happens. Anyways, so if I don't see you again anytime soon, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. And if I do see you again, I look forward to seeing you again very soon. This is a very rambly ending. Let's just go with, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and carry on the conversation in the comments. Let me know, what are you doing today? What's your plan? Because here's the thing, a lot of YouTube videos and stuff are always people saying that have these amazing things to do. Like, we're going to try this amazing restaurant. We're going to, do these insane stunts or something like that. Or we're going to eat this disgusting food for the audience's enjoyment. That's not what people do usually every day, which is, I suppose, why we end up watching these videos. But what are you doing today? Say it in the comments, and we'll just talk about maybe, what actual everyday life is like, instead of, getting caught up in, I wish I could do this and I wish I could do that, because we don't all get to do everything that we wish we could do, which is sad, but at least we can find joy in what we do actually have a chance to do. So, that said, I hope you have a nice day, and I will see you later.